Thank you. I know we're kind of the tail end of the night show, but my name is Keith Barrett, and I'm running for County Commissioner, Precinct 2. I'm also a graduate of Rockport Fulton High. And to kind of show my age, I have lived continuously in Precinct 2 for the last 40 years. So to know that precinct top to bottom, I don't think there's anyone that could match that. I will say I want to bring an experience of fiscal conservative values. Most of y'all have heard me speak to these groups many times, generally about things that we've built or things that needed to be constructed. I was instrumental in trying to rebuild after Hurricane Harvey, capturing grants and working those projects through to completion, as we are in this very building that we're sitting in tonight. I have a history of getting things done under budget, on time, no excuses. That's what Aransas County needs. That's what I want to bring to Precinct 2. I volunteered. I've been a member of the chamber until I timed out after 8 or 10 years. I've worked with Pathways and all the other groups. This is my community. I want to be able to serve you as Precinct 2 County Commissioner. I think I bring experience, especially after what we went through in our disaster. I was a member of the emergency management team, trying to get our community cleaned up and back into its current condition. But in saying that, my opponents are good guys. Pee-wee, I've known my entire life. Lifelong friends. I've just met Scott. I think all of us have a want to serve, but what I bring is a little different. I bring experience. Thank you.
Thank you. Next candidate is Abel Pee-wee Solis.
Hello, how you doing? Like you said, my name is Abel Pee-wee Solis. I'm a long-time resident, and sorry, Keith, I've been here longer than you. I've been here 63 years in the same county and the same precinct for 63 years. And I'm retired from TxDOT, Texas Department of Transportation, for 28 years. I'm also a long-time volunteer. I volunteer for the Little League Baseball. Been doing that for 30 plus years. And I dedicate every success for Aransas County. I lived here, worked here. I left and went to Fulton County and come back, and now I want to serve the residents here. In my 20 years of working for the transportation, I was involved with doing budgeting for Referral County. I came back to help Aransas County and Goliad County get back on their feet for several months to keep their budget going and keep their employees working. Then I went back to my office, and at my office I was also an inspector on roads, bridges, and drainage, and I did contract inspection, and I was also a project manager for all the contracts. And I kept all my contracts under budget, even though we had a 10% that we can put out there, but we kept them under budget, on time, and we deliver our work, perfect, the way the residents of the state want to drive their roads. I'm also a first responder. I respond for all accidents, hurricanes, tornadoes, anything that needs to be out there 24/7. And I was involved in recovery, and I'm also a safety man with TxDOT, and I was also inspection on highways across the state of Texas, and I was involved in preventive maintenance on equipment to make sure our equipments were run and running great, where we can make sure our vehicles were functioning. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to hear from candidate Scott Mapes.
Hello, Aransas County. I am so proud to be in this campaign because I feel with God, country, Texans, and our fellow Aransas-Countyans, we can make a difference here. I would love to see that our county officials that are elected have a better voice directly to the community so everybody can have an opinion and get feedback on what is happening in our county. I'm worried about the development that we have south of us, that if we don't have a master plan of where the county wants to go to in the future, it may take us in the wrong direction with the housing, the development that's going to be coming. It's going to come our way whether we like it or not, because the oil industry is just going to bring it here. It's going to come from Houston and it's going to come here. If we could have a master plan, I don't care if it's a 2-year plan, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, but we can always review that plan, have open comments on it, and change that whenever we want to, but it's a guideline to go where we want to go. And we all know plans change and we have to flip the page a little bit. Our community is so small that we can't afford the infrastructure or support the infrastructure of restaurants or anything else. If we focus on expanding our tourism and bringing in residents that benefit our community and help increase that tax base with housing and everything, I think it would be a good plan to move forward and take on those advantages to support Aransas County. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to move on to the question phase. And the first question for our Precinct 2 candidates is directed to Keith Barrett. Keith, how do you feel your previous experience will help you as County Commissioner for Precinct 2 if elected?
I think in some ways experience is everything. You don't know what you don't know. I won't have a learning curve going in. I'm very familiar with all the county departments, all the county department heads, all the elected officials, all the state elected officials. I've worked with each and every one of them, from Michael Cloud's office, to Lois Corcos's office, to Don Buckingham, the land commissioner's office. All of those things we needed, and those relationships we needed to be able to recover from the hurricane. You can't just slip somebody in and think they can recover and make those relationships overnight. I think I can bring that to the Commissioner's Court. I think I can bring that experience on budgeting and just project management. Something that, as you've read the paper, you saw that we've had many problems with. And I think I can help in that respect. Thank you.
Okay. The other candidates will have 30 seconds to respond, starting with Abel Pee Wee Solis.
Well, my experience with the state of Texas, I had a lot of, like Keith and then we're going to say about project management. I worked with the state a lot with grants that we had to do, well, ours are federal grants, and we had to, what we had to do with Eagle's shelf when he came in up the car sick with oil, and we had to deal with all of them to get all the money we need to fix all of our roads out there in Karnes County and up north. So when we were out there, like I was saying, we could.
Thank you. Scott?
I've been a businessman for 20 years in this town, and I can manage $10 just as I can $100 million. It doesn't really matter. We have people to do that and do it. Everybody's managed their money to pay their bills. I have 20,000 residents in Aransas County that can check me and use their guidance to make the experience there. We have 20,000 experienced people here in Aransas County. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is directed to all candidates, and you will have 1 minute to respond. What are your plans to make county government more responsive and convenient to the public, especially in Precinct 2? We'll start with Keith.
I think having more meetings like this, public outreach, so the citizens can reach out and let the elected officials know what their issues are. Precinct 2 is a little tough precinct. It's a working class precinct where a lot of people are cooking supper and getting their kids ready for school. But we have to be able to reach out, we have to be able to listen to their needs and then work accordingly to fulfill those needs.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is probably, reach out to more people, not just on the internet or through the paper, but maybe mail stuff out to them, let them know what we need in our precinct too, and try to get everything, organized where we get more meetings and get people together and talk about the situation we got in precinct 2. And, I'm not just working for precinct 2, I'm working for the Aransas County. So that's what my goal is, try to get this county all together.
Thank you.
Precinct 2 is a working man's area and a retired person's area. We have vast people that contribute so much to Precinct 2, but one issue that we have that is above most of all in Precinct 2 is we have donut holes that are surrounded by the city. The sheriff's department and the city police need to work together better to create the crime that's walking up and down our streets, whether it's in a backpack, we've all seen it. Those are the issues that need to be handled in Precinct 2 first, and then we can go on to making everybody better. But the community in Precinct 2, the neighborhood, watches themselves and they take care of each other. So you got your little groups of people that protect each other and they know who their neighbors are in Precinct 2. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is again to all candidates. What is the most important thing to do as commissioner to save money or improve services? We'll start with Keith.
Well, just like in DC, I think we can all look at waste, spending. I think we have to be frugal in what we do. When I was the director at the district, I was one of the only groups that never raised your taxes in over 16 years, not one penny. That means we were physically conservative. I think we have to look at every dollar we spend and make sure it's being spent wisely. I think where we can cut, but I still think we have to be smart in how we spend because costs, as we all know, are continuing to rise. So if we don't get a handle on that, it's going to continue to get away from us. So controlling our spending is, I believe, is a must.
I think we just first look at the equipment that we have over there at the road and bridge and the material. I think that's probably where they spend a lot of our money at, trying to fix our roads and equipment breaking down and trying to get all those equipment running good. And the audit people, they do a good job for us to make sure we keep our money straight and keep us in balance. And I think that's very important. I know in Precinct 2, everything they have done for us is pretty good. I think Precinct 2's the budget should be good with the roads and the drainage and all that. Thank you.
I believe every department should look internally at themselves of what they're spending and wasting their money on. Each department should be able to cut that spending by at least 10%. Every household has to do that to be able to manage their money, to be able to plan for the future and have a safe fund for the days that we don't have the money. In the departments that have an extreme overhead where that is not possible, they need to look at themselves and manage their time to make their money more efficient for the county. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is directed to Keith Barrett. Keith, if elected, would you support the downtown TERS and Rockport Marina Village, and why?
Well, I believe those things have been voted on many times in our community already. I guess I'll know more about that if things change and I'm sitting on the court. I was instrumental in the land split. I spoke before the school land board in Austin to allow that land split to even happen, to make that development even possible. So I am interested. I think that is the next portion of our community that is ripe for development. But yes, I am for that if all the things line up. But the city has voted on it, the county's voted on it already. So once that comes back before court, I will have to consider the options.
Well, I don't know very much about that. This is the first time I heard about that, but if it just comes to the court, if I do get elected, I would look at everything and see the possibilities, how much money we're gonna generate and how we can get it without costing the county too much money. And if it's passable and we can afford it, then I'll have to look at that time if it's a yes or a no. Thank you.
TERS is a sensitive issue. I'm not a big fan of them because generally they were set up wrong or they were mismanaged. If it is set up correctly, it can benefit the county, but it has to be done in the beginning of the process so it's not lost and come back and bite us. TERS is just, it's a great tool to get development done, but it also is a little evil. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the last question is for all candidates. And we're gonna start with Abel Solis. Abel, what will you do that the current court has not done? What the current court has not done?
Well, I think the court has done a pretty good job. Since I've been going to all those meetings, I hear a lot and I learn a lot of what's going on out there. And really ain't much that we can change. It's just what we need to do is just stay together and work together. Like I say, everybody gets just one vote. And out of that one vote, we have to work together to make sure that we're voting for the right thing that will help the county out. And not just one precinct, but the whole county. Thank you.
Thank you. Keith will have the next.
Repeat that question.
Or I apologize. Scott will be next. Sorry, Keith.
Oh.
I'm mixing it up. You want me to repeat that, Scott?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
The county does a really decent job of the task that they have at hand. If it was just Aransas County, it would be better. But we have to deal with the city, which is another incorporated area. Those two areas need to work better together so it can benefit the whole county as a whole, Rockport, Fulton, Lamar, Holiday Beach. If we all work together, it'll make things better for the community. Thank you.
Thank you. Want me to repeat that? What will you do that the current court has not done?
Well, I think I will be attentive to the citizens of Aransas County. I'm going to bring some experience that has now been lost. At the time of this election, we'll only have one sitting county commissioner that was on the commission at the time of the hurricane. So I want to be able to bring some experience on things that we did right, things that we did wrong. Make sure we don't repeat some of the same mistakes of the past. I think I can bring that to the court, as well as just a level-headedness that I think I can get along with most people in this community and have for a long time. And I think people continue to reach out to me. And I think that will continue even if I'm sitting as a commissioner on the court.
Thank you. That's all the questions we have for the County Commissioner Precinct 2 candidates. We'll start. Thank you. They each get 1 minute for a closing statement, starting with Keith Barrett.
Oh, in closing, I would like to say thank you for everyone attending. You probably had a lot better things to do tonight than come and listen to us, but I would like to ask you for your vote. If you do not live in Precinct 2, but you know someone who does, talk up, let them know what you heard here tonight. It may be the person that changes your tire, mows your grass, or sits next to you at church on Sunday. Let them know what you heard at this forum. Let them know there's a candidate that's going to support them. And I would ask for your vote for County Commissioner Precinct 2.
Thank you.
In closing, I'd say thank you for everybody who showed up. Appreciate it for coming out here. I know it's a Thursday night. I'll probably have better things to do, like watching TV or watching some good old movies. But at the same time, I'd like to have your support. And if you're like everybody says, if you're in Precinct 2, I appreciate your vote. If you're not, tell a friend, tell a family member what you heard and who we are, and pick the best guy for your job. Don't just go out there and just pick anybody you want. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Thank you.
One thing that I have done for Precinct 2, in 2017, the city was annexing 4 areas, A through D. I took the city's paperwork for annexation D. I measured every street, counted every house, and went to city council and spoke up against that. And I am proud to say that annexation D, area D, was the only area in 2017 that wasn't annexed by the city. That's what I'll continue to do as a county commissioner, is to stand up when the people need it and ask questions where they need to be asked. Thank you.
Thank you.